that tail. Hello, everybody. Hope everybody is doing good. Me and Mello are doing great. He's right down here. Right, Mello? You're doing good? You're doing good? You're a good boy. We are excited about this Friday because I have been doing a little bit of research. And it looks like we're going to have a conversation, okay? We're going to be conversating this Friday, okay? Because we're going to be talking about some money that we be wasting with embroidery, right, Mello? So, I mean, it's going to be a very interesting topic. You guys are probably going to be doing a lot of these things, and I'm going to tell you something up front, okay? I've got about 19 things that I thought about where we are wasting money when we are embroidering, and I really want to know what your thoughts are as I go through these 19. Okay, I'm going to try to go through them as quickly as I possibly can because I know that sometimes these embroidery happy hours is supposed to be 1 hour, and it goes on, and I'm gonna tell you, I am very, very grateful because you guys really hang in there with me. You really do, because I just like to share information. I truly, truly do, and I really appreciate all the support that you guys give me out there. Okay, now I know and I see people all in the chat saying happy Friday to everybody. I will get to the chat comments because you guys know I like to say hi to everybody and stuff. But let's start talking about some of this stuff because it's going to be a conversation. I'm telling you, okay? As you guys know, if you've been watching me for quite some time, you guys know I am pretty frugal when it comes to my money, okay? I don't like to play around with it, okay? I always tell my son, money can be very hard to earn, very easy to spend. So I want to make sure that whenever I am, buying something or doing something, I'm getting the best bang for my buck. Okay. And I'm sure you guys want to feel the same way too. Now, as you guys know, embroidery is expensive. Okay. A lot of times people have that perception, and I've said it in the past, where people say, I got my machine, I got some thread, I got some stabilizer, and I'm good to go. That's all I need. But they really, as they start to get into the world of embroidery, they end up finding out that there's a lot of things out there that, costs money, and you need to start buying more stuff. But I want to talk to you guys how we waste money also. Certain things that we do that we should really be doing, because what we do when we do these things is we waste money, okay? The first one is very, very easy. I'm going to talk to you guys about thread, okay? You have your bobbin thread, you got your embroidery thread. This is something that I see people do all the time. And every time they do it, I'm like, oh my God, what are you doing? So that's exactly what I'd be like, oh, I can't believe she did that, or he did that. What is he doing? Sometimes you get a thread and you only have so much thread left, right? Now, I'm sure you wouldn't throw it out if it had this much, but let's make believe you only had like a couple of strands on there. I use every strand, okay? Same thing with the bobbin. This is a bobbin from the multi-needle machines. These are the magnetic bobbins. People throw these out. I don't. I use it till it's naked to the core, okay? You know when I throw it out? When the embroidery thread looks like this, nothing but the comb, that's it. And when the bobbins look like this, nothing there. And I don't even throw these out. You know what I do with these? I save these, I put them in the box, and I send them right back to the manufacturer, because they actually reuse these. Okay, so I don't even throw these out, because I know that if I send it back to the company, they will take these bobbins and they will rethread them and stuff, and they'll reuse them. And I don't like waste. So, I'm a recycler. So these go into the box. But as you can see, they are naked. all thread gone. So a lot of times you will see people that they only have a little bit of bobbin thread left and they'll just toss it out. Okay. And then if they only have like a little bit of thread on here, they toss it out. And I'm telling you, don't do that. The reason why I say that is because look, this may look like a little bit of thread to you, and you may probably thinking, oh, I can't really do a whole project with this thread. True. It's true. You probably can't. But you guess what? You could probably stitch maybe a good 300-400 stitches with this thread. Same thing with whatever you have left here. Whatever stitches you can pump out, do it. Don't throw away, because to me, you're wasting. You are wasting. Don't do that, okay? And if you're wasting, this is money you're spending on your embroidery. So you want to make sure you squeeze every penny that you put into it, okay? So that's the first thing. See, this one was easy, okay? Second thing that I see that people do all the time is they don't take advantage of sales. And they're not using their coupons. They're not using their military IDs. They're not using their teacher's IDs. Oh, excuse me. Also, I have a video of a website where you can get cash back. You can buy discounted gift cards. People don't take advantage of these avenues. Why? I don't know. I'm telling you, I'm like, why would you not want to keep the money in your pocket? Why would you go to a store and pay $20 if you could get the same thing for $15? Use these tools that are out there. Save the money, okay? And I'm going to tell you at the end why it's so important for you to really, look at your habits. Look at how you are buying your stuff, how you're using your stuff, so that you can make sure that you save, okay? So now we did the 2. Now I'm down to 3. People don't do the price comparison, okay? Instead of just, they know what they want. And if you know up front what you want, why would you not do the price comparison? We live in an area, in an era right now, not an area, an era where we, technology is right there at our fingerprints, our fingertips, okay? What you can do is you can just Google it, okay? Like, let me give you an example. Like when I purchased my serger, my Brother 1034D, right? DX. I went on Amazon, $259. I was like, okay, $259. So what I did, I went to Google. All I did was type Brother 1034DX, $199, Walmart. That was the cheapest I found. Guess where I bought it from? Walmart. So the thing is, you're looking for a particular thread, you're looking for stabilizer, you're looking for blanks. Do your research. Look at all the companies out there that offer blanks. Don't just go to 1 or 2 companies, go to all of them. And also see who offers the free shipping, who doesn't offer the free shipping. And then also, if it's a particular blank that you use a lot, then why are you not looking at wholesale? Okay, look at wholesale. See if you can order it from dhgate.com or where's that other one? Alabama, whatever. I think it's Alabama or AliExpress. Look into those things. I mean, where do you think these companies are getting these products from anyway? They're getting it from there. See, you can get it from there. Okay, so you have to do your price comparison. Don't just see it one place and grab it. Okay, thread, you could do the same thing with thread. You could do the same thing when you're buying your notions, if you're buying rulers, if you're buying rotary cutters, if you're buying I don't know, let me look around here. Let's say you need storage, right? Like the storage carts that you see sometimes at Michael's, right? Well, you know what models you like, you know what you're looking for. Google it. Go to Walmart, go to Michael's, go to Hobby Lobby, go to Joann's, go, Amazon, get the lowest price. I see it all the time. People just don't take the time to do it. Okay. And I'll tell you a story on this too. Okay. I remember a long time ago. Well, this was when Carnita was like, I was single mom. I was single mom. I raised my son on my own. So he was about like, I think 3.5. And all my friends that have known me for years, they knew me because they used to always laugh at me because I used to have like a little loose leaf. This was before coupons were digitized and all that kind of stuff. I used to get the Sunday paper and I would buy 2 Sunday papers because they had the coupon inserts, okay? And I would cut the coupons out and I would put them all in my notebook. So a friend of mine came out and she always used to watch me go to the grocery store, and she was always amazed at how they used to ring all the stuff up, and I gave them all my coupons and everything, and I knew about those triple coupon days and all that kind of stuff. The system was down pat. So then when they finished ringing up everything, it would almost be at half. And she was like, how the hell did you do that? But she was, and she was single mom too. So I said, well, I'll show you how I do it. So when I showed her that I had to cut out all the coupons and I had to organize them, I had to look at all the circulars of all the supermarkets to see who had the best price, who had the coupons, blah, 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 right? She comes out, she goes, that's a lot of work. That's too much work. And I'm like, then you're not that broke. That's how I see it. That's just me. That's how I see it. I mean, to me, I was just like, it's just me and this little boy, and I got to make sure that we succeed. So to me, it's about keeping the money in your pocket. Okay. Do the price comparison. Use the tools out there to help you save that money. Okay. I mean, there ain't no shame in the game. Okay. That's all I'm saying. Rich people aren't rich because they give their money away. So don't you give your money away. So, I'm just saying, okay? So, do your price comparison, all right? The other thing that I wanted to talk to you about is bulk buying, okay? Now, bulk buying, you got to be really, really careful about it, okay? I got my little iPad over here because I got all my stuff down here. This can help you save money, but then it can also help you not save money. And I'm going to tell you why, okay? Let's say that you want to embroider something like a blanket, right? But you just need a blank because you want to gift it to a friend or something like that. You're not selling or anything like that. Well, in those situations, you don't buy in bulk, okay? Because these are things that it's just a onesie. Or maybe you want to sell, but you don't know if this is going to be a bestseller for you or something like that. Then right there, you would buy in a small quantity, okay? You don't want to buy bulk in those situations because what will happen is you're going to end up with a lot of stuff. The stuff when you buy bulk takes up space. And believe me, even though you are paying less per item, there is usually a minimum amount of quantity that you're going to be buying, okay, that you have to buy. And then what's going to happen is you're only probably going to use, and I'm just saying probably because if you're new at this or whatever, I mean, you'll know, okay? What if you only use, let's say you buy 50 blankets, right? And you got them at a great price. You got them at $8 a blanket, and I got 50 blankets. I'm like, ooh, that's great, right? But I only use 5. That means now I got 45 blankets sitting in my house just staring at me that I paid for. That's wasting money. Okay. So then you got to figure out, what are you going to do with those blankets? Are you going to resell them? And if you resell them, are you going to be recouping the cost of what you spent on those blankets? That's the thing that you got to be careful of. Okay. A lot of people talk about the bulk buying, but the thing is, it's a good thing, but then it could be a bad thing. So you got to know your situation and stuff, and you got to feel it out. All right. So, that's just one thing that you have to be careful about that. Now, there are certain items, though, that you can bulk buy. Okay. That I do recommend in bulk buying. All right. Now, one of the things is stabilizer. If you go and you look at a pack of stabilizer, sometimes they sell them a pack of 150, and then you have a certain price. Now, if you notice, the more you buy, okay, what I usually do is I calculate, oh, it's a certain price for a certain quantity. Take that quantity, divide it into the price, and then that gives you how much you're paying per sheet. Okay. Then look at the next larger quantity and divide that to the new price. And you're going to see that the price per sheet of stabilizer goes down. Now, when it comes to items like stabilizer, bobbins, needles, stuff like that, I recommend the bulk buying because that is something that you will be using. And if you think about it, depending on how you use it, okay? Let's say I usually buy 1,000 needles per year, okay? That's usually what I do. I buy 1,000 of them, okay? And then I have them all in my drawer. And throughout the whole year, I'm using my needles. What is great is I bulk buy, okay? But I paid less per needle. But at the same time, this is not something that I'm buying all the time. So what I usually do is like once a year, okay, I will rebuy my needles. I have to replenish my stock. Okay. The same thing with my stabilizers. I do the same thing. I buy my stabilizers in bulk, but I do that for several reasons. First of all, I don't like buying all the time repeatedly, okay? Because I know that if I buy them in smaller quantities, I'm going to be paying more per sheet. I'm going to be paying more per needle, okay? Sometimes certain threads I'll be paying more, okay? So that's why in some colors I'll buy the big combs, and other colors I'll buy the small. So, you just have to, you have to know what your usage is when you're embroidery so that you can make sure that when you are purchasing certain things, you're getting the best value for your money. And that, in those situations, that's something that you really, really got to think about. Okay. So when you're talking about bulk buying, like I said, it could be a good thing, but then it could be a bad thing. You just really got to sit down and you got to look at your inventory. You got to know what you use, how often you use it, and also know what when it comes to blanks. Okay, that is really the hardest one because, to be honest, you really sometimes can't tell how sales are going to be, right? Sometimes you could have a month where your products are flying off the shelf. Then something happens with the economy or whatever, inflation right now is high. And then next thing you know, you're not selling like you used to. Okay. But the thing is, you gotta balance it when it comes to the blanks. Mostly I recommend the notions because you're always going to be sewing, you're always going to be embroidering, you're always going to be cutting fabric. So you're going to need rotary cutters, the blades, the replacement blades, those kind of things. The bobbins you're always going to need. So those things are good to buy in bulk. Okay. And stuff. But don't go crazy though. Don't go crazy thinking, oh my God, Jeanette said I should buy in bulk. So I'm going to buy 5,000 needles. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is in moderation, but doing it smart. You know what I mean? So that way you pay less per item. Okay. Now, let's talk about fabric purchases. Okay. How many times did you go into the fabric store, okay, because you really just needed to get maybe 1 or 2 yards of a particular fabric that you were going to be working on, but then you walked in there and then you saw the beautiful wall with all the pretty pictures and all these new fabrics, and then you're thinking, oh, I like that, and I like that, and I like that. Next thing you know, you walked out with like 5 or 6 yards of fabric that you really shouldn't have got, okay? Done that, been there. I got it too. Okay. I mean, I got my little wall right over there. Okay. The embroidery machine's in front of it. But I even did that with my sister when I went to Florida. Okay. When I went to Florida, I was like, okay, Nancy, I want to hit some fabric shops because I want unique fabric. And I got the itch. And I was like, oh, I want that. I want that. I want that. I want that. Next thing you know, when I got home, Nancy was like, what you going to do with the fabric? I don't know. I mean, we all done it. Okay. Also, so you got, watch that. Just watch that. Okay. The other thing too is when you are using your fabric, okay, and you're cutting your fabric, make sure that you are cutting it in a way that you are maximizing the use of that fabric, so that when you have scraps that are reusable, that you can actually use them for other projects. Okay. Now, let me give you an example. Okay, let me see. Ooh, do I have? Let me look. Let's look at my box of scraps. Okay, hold on. I got a box of scraps right here, and we're gonna go through it. All right. Okay, here we go. I got this little box of scrap. Okay. Now, here is one that it's a scrap, but it's reusable, but it's not. Okay, I'm not going to be able to cut this and use it for anything. However, though, what do I use these type of scraps for? I use this to test stitches on the machine. So if ever you're trying to test your tension, or you're working on your machine and you don't know if your machine is stitching right or anything like that, grab these scraps of fabric, and this is where you can test to make sure that your stitches are coming out correctly, that your tension is right. Okay. When you cut fabric, try to make sure that you cut them at an angle where you have a lot of fabric, and like this, right? This is kind of a lot, and I can put some stabilizer in. I could make a little coin case out of this. I can make a little coin case out of this, a real cute little coin case out of this. So that's what I'm talking about when you are cutting your fabric. Try to cut your fabric in a way where when you have your scraps can be reusable. Okay, you can reuse them to either test the stitches on your machine, or you can use them for a smaller project like a coin case or a pencil case or something small, and stuff. So that's what I mean about reusing your scraps. I see it all the time where people, like, they don't really look at their fabric before they cut it, and they just throw a pattern like right smack in the middle of the fabric when they could have started in the corner or something like that, and cut around it. Next thing you know, they got all this wasted fabric. So that's what I'm saying, okay, when I'm talking about that. Okay, number 6, not looking at your production process. Sometimes you could be making certain things, like let's say you have a bunch of orders, right? Like let's take an example, my kitchen towels, right? Let's say somebody bought a kitchen towel from me, and then I say, okay, let me make this kitchen towel. Well, I'm going to go over to my cutting table, I'm going to hoop it, then I'm going to go to my machine, I'm going to embroider it. After I embroider it, I'm going to remove all the stabilizer and the topping. Then I'm going to turn on my heat press, and then I'm going to put my my tender touch in the back of it, because I like to cover the stitches on the back of it. Fold it up, put it in my shipping bag, ship it out. Another order comes in. Well, guess what? Now I got to turn the machine back on here, embroider it, then turn on the heat press and all that kind of stuff. And then also, a lot of back and forward, right? So instead, what I usually do is I wait till a 24-hour period. And then when I have all the orders within that 24-hour period, then I make I do everything in like a production line, okay? I hoop all my towels, I embroider everything at one time, then I shut off my machines, then I turn on my heat press, then I do the pressing on all the towels, then I go ahead and I take all the towels and I package them up, label them, and all that kind of stuff. I do it all in a production. I don't, what I mean by wasting is you're turning on and off your machine. So that means you're pulling a lot more electricity. What you're doing is you're doing a lot of back and forward. Okay. That means that you're wasting a lot of time. Okay. So, and time is money. Your time is valuable. So that's what I'm talking about, looking at your production process. Okay. make sure that when you are doing stuff in your sewing room, especially if you're doing something that is kind of repetitive, like a lot of orders and stuff like that, that you have a process that flows, okay? And you're not going back and forward, and you're not turning on and off a lot of machines, because every time you turn off a machine and you turn it back on, you're pulling a lot of electricity from your facility, and that is going to cost you money in the end. So it's just something that sometimes a lot of people don't think about. They just think, oh, well, I'm just getting the job done. You are, but are you doing it in a more efficient way to make sure that those coins are going to stay in your pocket? That's what I mean about that, okay? When you're not looking at your business, your production, okay? Now, number 7, let's talk about inventory, okay? Not doing an actual, and I mean truthful, okay? Not a, well, I think I have these in stock. No. Take the time to take the pen and paper and walk around your little room and count how many needles you have, count how many bobbins you have, count how many stabilizers you have, count how many blanks you have that you want to keep in stock at a particular time, okay? And make sure that you stock up so that you can get the best prices. A lot of times what happens is people will wait till they are down to only one needle left. And then when their needle breaks and they have to get something done, then everything goes out the window. They're not looking for the best prices. They're in a rush, and it's a problem. Okay. That's not the way to save money. You are wasting money. You want to make sure that you are replenishing your inventory in a calm way, you're not in a rush, because if you're not in a rush, then what happens is you can do what I had said in number 3, where you can do the price comparing, okay? Where you can come out and you say, okay, how much is All Stitch charging for their needles? How much is Amazon charging for the needles? Can I get those needles at the sewing shop in my neighborhood? And will they offer me a discount? How much, looking for that best price. That is the time for you to do your shopping. But in order for you to be able to do that, do the true, actual inventory, not the I think I have this inventory look in your room. Actually look at what you have with your pen and paper, and go around and count it, because believe me, it'll cost you money in the end if you don't do that. Okay, so that's actually number 7. Here we go. I'm on a roll. Okay, number 8 is kind of okay. Customers. We do waste a lot of time and money sometimes on customers. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, sometimes what happens is, you hear this all the time from a lot of people. They say, I had a customer, they came over, they said they wanted some embroidery done, and it took like 2 or 3 hours. They're wasting my time, this, that, whatever. Well, this is really the bottom line. Okay, customers don't owe you anything. All right. They're shopping around, just like you go shopping around on Amazon and everywhere else to look for the best prices and the best value for your money. Customers are going to be doing the same. So a lot of times too is that customers in the beginning, when they want to make a purchase, just like you, what they want to do is they want to gather information. So what it is you have to kind of understand that going in, because as an embroiderer, you are providing them a service. And sometimes you have to take the time to talk with the customer so that you can understand what it is that they want, how they want it, how soon they want it, and also talk about, what your price is. So you can let them know all up front, this is how much I charge for this service. Okay. Now it's up to the customer at the very end whether they want to take your services or they don't. Okay. And it's just part of the game. That's just how it is. All right. I know, like, this coming Monday, I do have a meeting and I'm pretty excited about it. I'm meeting with a director of a hospital, and I will, they're interested in me doing the embroidery for their doctors and nurses' jackets, which I'm pretty excited about it because I'm kind of like, wow, that's going to be a really big order, and I'm excited about it. So, but I already know I have invested a lot of time talking with the staff, getting their logo. I'm working on getting it digitized. I'm going to be, this weekend, I'm going to be stitching out some samples for them. And then Monday morning, I'll be getting dressed and I'll be going there with all my card colors, what do you call that? The tongue tie, the thread colors, the thread charts, I guess, and talking to them about the thread and taking a look at some of the doctor coats that they have, the scrubs and all that kind of stuff and everything. And, talking to them more to gather the information on what it is that they need. Okay. All of this is going to take time. All right. But the thing is, to me, it's a valuable time. It's a learning experience for me. And also it's a good time for me to build a good working relationship with this staff. So that way they can say, oh, look, this is how, they get to know me, my personality. They'll get to know how I work. I get to demonstrate to them. Of course, I'll be taking some other samples with me to show them the quality of some of the embroidery that I've done and all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be, it's really big, right? And this can really lead to a really good business relationship. So, I mean, I can only imagine how many, jackets and scrubs that I'll be embroidering for them, if this really takes off really well. So all of this takes time. Okay. All of this takes time. And you do have to be willing to put the time in. Okay. Now you can't go crazy and say, okay, well, I'll give you like a whole week of my time, but the thing is, you have to know that going in. Okay. And also, you want to make sure that you have a full understanding of what the expectations are on both ends. Just like, I will be letting them know what my pricing is going to be for whatever it is that they want me to do. And the same thing, they're going to let me know what type of expectations they want. So, it's a relationship. So the way I look at it is you have to put your time in. However, though, you have to be careful also with your time. You don't want to put so much time in that you are wasting your time, because that also is wasting money as well. So for me, meeting with them is, I told them I will, I'll meet with you for a half hour. And to me, a half hour is more than enough time for me to have a discussion with them, show them my quality of work, get an idea of what they want, okay, and also talk about the pricing. It should be a real simple transaction, the way I see it. If it goes a little overtime, I look at it as it's probably just us trying to get to know each other and see how we can, if we're gonna work good together or not. Okay, so but the thing is, you also have to be able to identify customers that don't know what they want. And those customers are the ones that you really have to be kind of wary with. Like with my appointment with the hospital, I'm not too worried about it for the simple fact that they kind of know what they want. I mean, they were pretty straightforward when they already reached with me, reached to me and said, this is the logo, this is what we want, this is the expectation, whatever. But they, I said, I still want to meet with you because I want to go through the color charts, because I want to make sure that I'm picking the right threads for them and stuff. And also I want to really give them an upfront view of the sample stitch, okay, and stuff. So, and even though they were going to send a member of the staff here, I told them, no, I'll be willing to go visit you guys. So that way, not just one employee can look at my work, I can have the whole staff look at my work and they can give their view, because I think it's important to get everybody's buy-in. So that's just me willing to go over there. Now, you also have customers, though, like I was saying before, and I think I went round and round. But anyway, you guys know how I am. You're going to have customers that sometimes really don't know what they want. And then you're going to have customers that are going to try to lowball you and all that kind of stuff. When it comes, I guess what I'm trying to say is, You know deep down when somebody's trying to hustle you. You know deep down when somebody is probably just fishing or whatever. You get that gut feeling. You get that feeling, okay? Don't waste your time with them. Just don't. Just say, okay, well, just reach out to me whenever you know what you want. And that's it. I'm not saying you got to be rude or anything like that. But just say, well, I'm really busy right now and stuff. But when you know for sure what you want and you're ready to place that order, you know where to find me. Just reach out. That's it. But because that's the first question I always ask people is, when do you need the products by? When do you need them? If they need them right away, a lot of times they're more direct and they know exactly what they want, how they want it, and all that kind of stuff. That should be an easy transaction. But when you get somebody that says, well, I think I might need it next month, or I'm not in a rush, then I'm like, okay, let me know when you're ready. Just let me know when you're ready. That's it. Or they don't know what design and all that kind of stuff and everything. I'm like, just let me know when you're ready. Okay. If I have the extra time, I'll sometimes do it. But a lot of times I kind of like, I'm one of those that I want to get it done. I need to get it done. I got other things to do. And at the same time, also, when I'm not working on my orders, I'm really working on other stuff. I'm working on new designs. I'm working on how I'm going to improve my website. I'm doing research for the Embroidery Happy Hour, the channel. I'm also filming. I'm doing a lot of other stuff. So I really don't have time to sit around and wait for somebody to make up their mind. I mean, and I don't mean to be rude or anything like that. It's not that. It's just, and don't get me wrong. It's not that you don't want to help people and you don't want to make the sale. But the thing is that you have to put yourself first and your business first. You have to, okay? And you kind of know when people are a little on the flaky side or not. You got that gut feeling. So, that's the thing. So I want to make sure I covered everything under number 8, because I had like 5 things under number 8. I had put down wasting time with customers. You need to avoid this, okay? And then I did talk to you guys about the relationship, okay? I also said find out about the details. Have a list of questions for the customers that you need them to answer. And the list of questions can be really, really simple, okay? It can be, when do you need it by? What type of embroidery? Where do you want the embroidery to be? Jacket, polo, t-shirt, towel, what size is the embroidery? Simple questions like that. Very direct. It's like, like things that that you should be asking them. What type of thread, color threads and stuff like that, when they need that order by. So the schedule, okay? When they want to place. Okay. Yep, that's it. Yeah. I covered it all. Oh, let me go up the thing. Okay, now, number 9. You're not watching your money. You're not watching your money while you're doing the embroidery, okay? You have to, and when I mean you're not watching your money, this is a big money mistake that a lot of people do. When I mean about not watching your money is you don't know what money you're spending and you don't even know what money is coming in. Okay. And that's really more for the folks on the business side. Okay. Or how much are you spending on supplies like your needles, your stabilizers, packaging equipment, shipping, and all that kind of stuff? You need to keep track of all that, just like you need to keep track of the money that's coming in. Okay. If you're not doing that, there are a lot of areas that you could be wasting money, because what happens is when you do keep track of all your expenses and how much you're spending on your stuff, like stabilizers and all that kind of stuff, you as time goes on, as years go by, you want to be able to analyze your budget. You want to be able to look at your budget and say, how much on average am I spending on stabilizer? How much on average am I spending on needles? Did I spend more last year on needles or stabilizers than I did this year, or vice versa? Is my cost shipping going up? Or is the prices of the products, the blanks that I'm buying, has it gone up or has it gone down? Have my sales increased or have my sales decreased? Those are the questions you have to be able to answer. If you don't answer, if you can't do that, then chances are you're going to miss opportunities for you to really look at what your spending is and to see if there's any kind of savings in there. Okay. Like for instance, let's say the first year you're buying all your stuff, you never used coupons or anything. You didn't use anything. Then this year you went and you said, you know what? I got to buckle down. Budget's a little tight. Things are going up. I'm using my coupons and all that kind of stuff. So you can do an analysis and you can come out and you can say, how much did all of my stuff cost in 2022 versus 2021? Was I able to see a big cost savings because now I changed the habit of going in and actually doing my price comparison, of going in and actually using my coupons and all that kind of stuff. So, that is a big mistake that a lot of people do, which is I say it's not watching the money. You gotta watch the pocketbook. Look at the wallet. How is the money going in and how's the money going out? And if the money's going out, what is it going out for? Okay, make sure you do that. Okay, another one. This is now we're at number 10. So I think I'm going pretty fast on this. Okay, number 10, not analyzing your products. Identifying what is working and what isn't. Okay. What are your bestseller products? What are the products that are selling and what are the products that are not? Because you don't want to waste any more money on products that are not selling. You want to focus on things that are selling. You want to focus on the things that are your best sellers and stuff like that. And if though you have certain products that are not best sellers and stuff, well, guess what? Then maybe what you need to do is replace that with something else. Don't waste any more money on that. Okay. Maybe it was cute to you, wasn't cute to them, but you know what I'm saying? You gotta look at your products overall and see what sells, what's not selling, and stuff like that. And then make sure that you're not spending money on items that really are not working for you. Okay. The presentation of your products. Don't overdo it. A lot of times, I understand that, one of the things that I say when you have a business, right? And you're doing your packaging and you're sending it out. A lot of times, especially if you're selling online, the customer doesn't know you, hasn't met you, right? So a lot of times what happens is their first physical impression that they get of you and your company is the way you brand and package your product, right? So you do want it to be nice, but there is such a thing as going overboard. Okay, you can package your products really nice and not have to spend an arm and a leg or 2 arms and 2 legs in order for them to get your package and say, wow. So make sure that when you are looking at how you're going to package your items to send to your customers, make sure you're not overspending. Make sure that when you're buying the tissue paper, that it's not the most expensive tissue paper, the most expensive boxes. Instead of shipping your items in boxes, which if you think about it, when you have a box, it actually adds weight to your product. And then when you're going for those shipping labels, it's actually going to cost you more versus if you were to use a shipping bag. So if you can use a shipping bag, you can get some really nice looking shipping bags that say thank you on it and stuff like that to ship out your products. Now, not everything is going to work on a shipping bag. And I got that. Okay. Like, to give you an example, like when I embroider baseball hats. Okay. I would not even think about putting a baseball hat in a shipping pack, okay? Because of the bill, you don't know how it's going to travel from you to them. It can get squished, especially structured baseball hats. It can get squished and all that kind of stuff and everything. So in those, I would use a 7x7x7 box, okay? And it doesn't even really that cost that much for the simple fact that a baseball hat is very, very light. I think the box is heavier than the hat. So, but certain things, depending on what you're selling, certain things I would box in a box, certain things I would put in a shipping bag. But don't overdo it, okay? A lot of times, if you can create your own stickers, okay, create your own stickers. But one thing that I tell people is look at the cost of when you create things versus buying them. Okay. To me, I found that it costs more money for me to create my own thank you stickers and all that kind of stuff than if I was to actually go and buy thank you stickers in bulk. I found those were more inexpensive. However, though, if you want like a custom sticker, okay, like with your company logo or something like that, that may cost a little bit. So right there, I would kind of try to look into, all right, how much is it that they want to cut, to for me to order 1,000 of those custom stickers versus how much would it cost for me to make my custom stickers? Okay, so you really got to look at it, and you got to take the time, and that's just one of the things that I always say. You got to take the time to do the research. Okay, so let me see what else. Okay, that was presentation of your products. Don't overdo it. 12. Okay, this is another thing where a lot of people miss an opportunity to and they waste money. Customer feedback. Customer feedback is so important, and a lot of times people don't want to ask for customer feedback. And my thing is ask for it. One of the things that I started doing on the Etsy shop is I look at the items that I have shipped out. As soon as I see that it says it was delivered, I send the customer a thank you note saying thank you so much for purchasing the item from my shop. If you have time, I would really like it if you could leave me a 5-star review. And next thing you know, I'm getting reviews all over the place. And if you do local orders, ask for the customer feedback. It's important. And I'm going to tell you this, it's important for 2 reasons. First of all, you want that customer feedback out there because you want people to know that people are rating the quality of your products high. The second thing is, let's say there's a problem with your product. You're not going to know if you don't ask. What if the thread that you have been embroidering with bleeds? They washed it and the color red thread bleeds. You wouldn't have known if you didn't ask, So to me, it's like it's a way for you to be able to improve your product and really know what the customer, how the customer feels about what you're providing them. Okay, don't be afraid to ask for customer feedback. A lot of people are, because they're afraid of hearing the negativity. They're like, oh my God, I don't want them to tell me that they hate my product. Well, you know what? You should want them to tell you that, because if they don't tell you the truth, how are you going to fix it? I would prefer you let me know, and then I'll be like, shoot, what? That thread bled? Well, guess what? I will never use that thread again. So you know what I'm saying? I'll be like, okay, so then you know what? All that I know not to use for the products again, because I know that the color bleeds. I mean, you have to ask. You have to ask. Okay. If you're not going to know what to fix if nobody tells you. That's all I'm saying. Okay. All right. The 13 will cost you money, not networking and not promoting your business. You know why? Because you're losing opportunities. If you don't network, you're not going to be able to meet other people that do what you do and also share ideas. Just like we're sharing ideas right now on this channel and stuff, where, I openly just tell you guys, hey, this is stuff that I learned. Okay. This is really part of networking. Okay. It's like you need to go out there and talk to other people that embroider and stuff like that. So that way you can learn from each other, learn from their mistakes, learn how they work things. There's always more than one way to skin a cat. Just like you can hoop certain you can float while you're hooping, you can hoop right in the hoop. You can use repositional hoops, you can use a 5x7, 4x4. There's so many different ways to do things, but you're not going to know if you don't network. Okay, also, if you don't market yourself, okay, if you don't get out there, you're not going to get your customers. All right. So even though Etsy is a great platform and eBay is a great platform and Amazon Handmade is a very good platform too to use, they're bringing the customers to you. But the thing is, you do have to step it up. And if you want to also do local sales, you got to step it up and try to get people around you. Register your embroidery business on Google. That's what I did. That's how the hospital found me. And that's how a lot of locals have found me. Because what they do is they go to Google and they type embroidery near me. And then if they live by me, my business pops up. And right on Google, people can leave reviews. So I tell people that go locally, hey, I send them the link. Can you leave me a review on Google? So and the Google site actually takes them to the Etsy site. So they not only get to read the reviews on Google from local people that have used my services, but they also get to see all the reviews that I have gotten on Etsy. And they get to see that I'm a what they call that, star seller also. And they also get to see that I've sold over 1,000 products on Etsy. Okay. So, you got to market yourself. You got to, because that is how you're going to find opportunities. If you don't do it, opportunity lost. Opportunity lost means money lost. That's how I look at it. Okay. So you just have to do it. I know, some people could say, oh, I'm shy. Well, hell, I'm shy too. I am. I truly am. I'm a very shy person. Okay. That's why I'm more comfortable talking in front of a computer. But I bet you all y'all were in front of me right now in chairs, I'd probably be like, ooh, that's a lot of people, So I'm just saying, don't get out there. What's the worst thing that can happen? The worst thing that can happen is you registered your business on Google and nobody calls. So no big deal. But I bet you somebody will, because not everybody does embroidery. Not everybody. Okay. A lot of people try, but if you're really, really good at your craft and you're really, really good at it, trust me, they're going to find you. They will find you. Someone out there is going to look for embroidery by you, and then your business is going to pop up. So I'm just saying, okay, networking and promoting your business. If you're not doing that, you are wasting. You are wasting opportunities, and opportunities to me equals money. Okay. Now, the other thing that, I don't know why I put that one in there. I put down 14. Start a side business small and then turn it into your bread and butter in ease. Well, I guess, okay. I think I know what was going through my mind when I wrote that one. Okay. What was going through my mind is, I think sometimes what happens is people, they say, I want to do this. This is what I want to do. I want to run an embroidery business. That's what I want to do. And that's great. Okay. But the thing is, sometimes you are swallowing up the whole ocean at one time, and you're not like taking it slow. You're not, maybe sometimes sometimes it's good to take things slow. for the simple fact that when you make mistakes, they can be very costly mistakes. Okay. And what I mean by that is like an example of buying in bulk. Let's say I want to start a business and this is what I want to do. I just want to do blankets. Then I go and I buy 10,000 blankets. Well, you know what happens? I only sold 10. So now I got 9,990 blankets sitting. You know what I'm saying? So, and you wasted all this money. So I guess what I'm trying to say, is start small, dream big, but take those small steps necessary. So that way you can make sure that as you are spending money in your business, you're doing it smartly and you're not wasting. I think that's what I was going through when I was writing that. I don't know. Okay. This is the other thing, number 15. And I got Evelyn. And Evelyn, I see you. Evemar Evelyn. Okay. She posted this. Okay. This is, and I know she's doing this. Okay. Not overpaying for notions. 5 and below. 5 and below. What this actually is, and I'm gonna tell you something. I have seen this before. I saw this in some sewing websites, right? And people are like, "Oh, you should buy this, and this is to hold your scissors and all that stuff," and it works beautifully. It works beautifully. Okay, you know what this actually is? This is a makeup brush holder. That's what it is at 5 and below. If you go to 5 and below, makeup brush holder. And I bet you if you probably go through Amazon or something like that, you could find something like this, okay? And I got it for $5. Thank you, Evelyn. And then, I bought an extra one. And, I was looking at it, and this is all it is. It's just this is all silicone. This is plastic. See? And it just sits on this. Okay, $5. And it serves its purpose. A lot of times, sometimes we buy things to help us with our craft. And usually it's just an item. And then what vendors do is they put for embroidery only. And it's really not. It's something like this. This is not really to hold scissors and all that kind of stuff. This was actually for makeup. So you can find stuff to help you instead of looking for a specific brand, okay? I'll give you another example. I bought this. This is a brush for barbers, okay? That they, when they shave the guy's head and whatever, they take it and they go like that to the back of their neck, okay? I use this to clean the machines. Okay, I just open up the little slot here, and I'll just go like this, and it takes the lint right out. Okay, this $6. $6. Okay, I didn't have to spend any amount of money for those fancy brushes. Okay, somebody else also gave us the idea of, because look, these are the brushes that you get with your embroidery machines, okay? And then when you go to buy them, they're pretty expensive. This is the one that comes with your embroidery machine, right? Okay. I mean, I'm not saying this isn't bad. This is a good one, okay? But look at this. Disposable eyelashes. Get these from Amazon. You can get them from a pack, okay? Big pack. See? Big pack like this. You could use this to clean the machine. You could use this. See? Works great. This is another thing that I got. While I was at the 5 and below, makeup brushes. Just make sure that the thing is soft. This cleans your machine. Take the lint, the dust off. Perfect. And look, so pretty. They had all these different styles. I'm into daisies. I don't know why. I got into daisies and stuff. So, you know, so I said, oh, let me get, because I like to, because I'm one of those that I clean my machine all the time. I clean it after I finish embroidering. I don't do it before embroidering. I clean it after. So, just say. So for your notions, okay, look for substitutes. That's all I'm trying to say. There's substitutes out there that you can buy, that, don't cost anything. Toothpicks, so that you don't get your fingers stuck, all right, while you're embroidering, all right? And you don't have to get fancy ones like this. These are just some that were really cute in the supermarket that I saw, and I was like, oh, so I just bought a couple, okay? And this is what I use to keep so that my fingers don't go inside and I won't, accidentally sew on my finger, okay? Use toothpicks. But you know what? You can go to a Chinese restaurant, and when you order your food, ask them, can I have some chopsticks? And they'll give you the little wooden chopsticks. You take the chopsticks, and there you go. Put them in your craft room, and there's your chopsticks. I'm just saying. You don't have to be spending too much money on stuff. You can get creative. You can find things out there that can help you with your embroidery and stuff. So, when you're looking for certain notions, see if you can find some substitutes. And I bet you could end up finding out that they are, you can find very cheap substitutes, and stuff. So just something to think about. Okay. Now I'm down to number 16, storage. Okay. Storage. Don't go crazy with the storage. And when you do look for storage, make sure that you are buying storage that is functional, okay? Not just storage that looks cute, all right? So like storage to hold your thread. Sometimes you'll see these storage boxes. They have all these different colors and stuff like that. My recommendation, especially if you're looking at those boxes for storage, for storing thread, okay? Use the clear ones, because the clear ones is where you can look through the box and you can see the color threads that you have. If you have one that has the color, chances are you're going to have to open that just to see what color thread you have inside of there. Okay. All right. Number 17. And this is a big one. Not learning from your mistakes. That costs you big money. And this is what I mean. You make a mistake and you throw it out, but you never took the time to find out what really happened. Did the embroidery not embroider right because I used the wrong thread, the wrong weight thread, the wrong needle? If you don't really take the time to learn from your mistakes, then what's going to happen is you're going to make the same mistake again and again and again. And then what you're doing is you're wasting product, you're wasting thread, you're wasting your time. Okay? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. So let's not be insane. Let's keep that money in our pocket. Okay? Make sure you learn from your mistakes, because by learning from your mistakes, you will improve your skill. Okay? So that's something that those mistakes are going to cost you money, especially if you don't know how to correct them. Okay. Number 18. This is another one that's pretty big. And I want you guys to think about this. Okay. Not learning new avenues of embroidery. That will cost you. And I'm going to tell you why. Sometimes what happens is you embroider, and then you just like to embroider what you embroider because that's what you're good at and that's what you know. And I think that's great. But know that the world of embroidery is bigger than that. Okay. You can embroider hats. You can embroider so many different things. Okay. You have to learn how to do other things. You have to learn how to do 3D embroidery. You have to learn how to do logos versus big embroidery, how to deal with dense designs, how to embroider on different types of fabric, how to embroider using different sizes of needle, different sizes of stabilizer. That is what's going to help to increase your skill set. If you don't take the time to do that, your skill set's not going to grow. And what's going to happen is you are going to rob yourself of other opportunities to make money. You're going to lose money that way. So you have to do that. Okay. And then the last one is to be unique in your products. Okay. Add your own spice into it. I understand that a lot of people out there sell certain products. Certain areas can be very saturated. Some areas can't, aren't that saturated. But when you are offering a product that's embroidered, make sure you add your own spice to it, because that's what's going to make it unique. Okay. That is really what's going to make it unique. So make sure that you do that. All right. So really the bottom line is that you got to watch your coins. Okay. And you want to save that money. Okay. The reason why I say that it's really, really important that you watch for some of these things, okay, is because think about it. If you save money, then that means that you have a better opportunity to pass on good prices to your customers. Because what's going to happen is you can provide them a better savings because you have that wiggle room. If you end up and you pay full price and you don't do research when you buy stuff and you're wasting money like crazy, okay, then what's going to happen is when somebody comes to you and they want some type of embroidery, you're actually going to probably price them at a higher end because you got to cover all these extra costs. But if you save money, okay, you cut down on your production and all that kind of stuff and your supplies and all those areas, you save money there. Then what happens is when a customer comes to you, you can probably give them a very good, decent price. And you can still make a profit and they can feel good about getting a good deal too. So, at the end of the day, it's about, providing a good product to your customer. It's important. You want to be able to pass that on to your customers, that cost savings to your customer and stuff. So anyway, guys, I went through all of them, okay? I hope I made sense. I really hope I made sense, and stuff. But I am going to go down and I'm going to say hi. I already saw some of the comments where people said that they got snow. And I'm going to tell you, I'm a little jealous. I love the snow. I love, 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 love snow. I think it's so pretty when it's coming down. And yeah, that's why I'm not in Florida with my sister and my mom, because I'm just not a sunshine person, I mean, I like it, but I love my seasons. I love having all the seasons and stuff. I just love that. So I see Liz and I see Barbara and I see Angela. And Angela says it's cold in Indiana. It's been pretty okay in Virginia. We've had some cold nights, but it's been all right. And I see Needlepoint is in Colorado and she says it's still snowing. I'm jealous. I wish I was there and stuff. Hey, Norma, how are you? I see Miss Max and Sassy. Hey, Trisha. Hey, Robin. Hey, Cracky Puerto Rican. Hey, Jeannie. Hey, Jenny. How you doing? Hey, Alicia. Hey, Classy. Eartha. I see Miss Miles. I see Judy. Hey, Ivory Beacon. Or Beacon. Ivory. I'm going to call you Ivory. Hey, Miriam. Hey, Angela. Hey, Girl For Real. I see Sandra, Gladys, Med Designs, Miss Parker, Arma. Hey, Linda, Brenda. Hey, Barb. Extra thread for hand sewing for closing off small seams. See, there you go. Yes, don't do that, guys. Let me tell you. I see it even on videos. Sometimes people will be like changing them up. They'll just have a little bit of bobbin thread or a little bit of regular and they throw it out. And every time they throw it out, I'm like, what? it's like I wish I could just jump into the screen and now me tell you, I'll go through that garbage and take that thread out. I'll be like, I'll use it. I mean, it's like, don't do that. Use every bit. I'm telling you. I mean, I love it. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw the post. Man, I hold these things like they're trophies. That's how I feel. I feel like a trophy. I'm like, whoo, like I won, like first place. Because I feel like I used every inch of that thread. All of it. I got my money's worth. My whole, well, back then I think this was $8.95 Madeira thread. I think now it's probably, I don't know, maybe $10 or $11. But anyway, I got all my money's worth. Okay. So I just love it. So don't do that. Save your thread. Save it. Can you use normal spools of thread into a serge? Yes, you can, Miss Parker. No, they do not have to be the same color. No, Miss Parker. That is one thing that I notice a lot of people have that misperception. They feel like if you have a serger that all 4 combs have to be the same color. No, that is not true. Okay, I mix and match them up all the time. Sometimes you get the most pretty hems by mixing colors up. Okay, yeah, and you can use different. I sometimes use embroidery thread on my serger because I want a particular color thread. I do have serger thread, and I have serger threads in different colors too, and sometimes I just use them, and I just switch up the colors and stuff because it gives it a different look. So no, Miss Parker, you can explore, have fun with it. Change up the threads, change up the different. Now, the only thing I don't think would be smart to use on a serger is probably metallic thread. Because if you really think about it, even when you're embroidering with metallic thread, you got to slow down that machine. So sergers are kind of like, to me, it's like a real rough machine, right? And it's like, it's real fast too. So I don't think that a metallic thread would work well on a serger and stuff. I don't think so at all. But, hey. Oh, and I wanted to show you guys something too. I forgot to show you something. Let's talk about something that I learned recently. And let me tell you, this costs me money. Let me, I want to show you something. Hold on. I want to get something. Yeah, I've been wanting to show you guys this for a while. Man, I was pissed. I feel like I got robbed. They robbed me. Okay, so anyway, I started doing in the hoop projects, right? Miss Banks got me all into it. Gotta reach out to her. Haven't heard from her in a while. But so anyway, I started to buy vinyl, right? So remember I've talked, I'm saying, hey, watch your pennies and stuff, right? So I decided I'm going to watch my pennies and I'm going to go and I'm going to try to buy some affordable vinyl. This is vinyl that I picked up on Amazon, okay? And I thought it was really pretty because I figured, oh, this is cute. And I started making these sanitizer holders, right? And then I was like, I can use this vinyl for these sanitizer holders, right? And it came out really cute, right? Came out really, really cute. Well, I was playing around with it and look. Now, this is vinyl. This is the good vinyl. You can't tear vinyl because remember, we like vinyl because vinyl is very, it's sturdy. It's good material, right? Well, they said this was vinyl. Okay. And I'm thinking, oh, okay. Watch. That's not vinyl. Look. You're not supposed to be able to just rip vinyl. This is real vinyl. This is the good stuff. Can't. This is marine vinyl. Can't. Stretches, but it won't rip. You know, I could stretch it though. You know, like it's stretched right there, but it won't rip. This is paper. Look. See? So this was a waste of money. And then, because I thought it was getting such a good deal, look at all the ones I bought. Okay? So, yeah. So a little lesson. Make sure you do your homework. Okay? Make sure you do your homework. So I bought this so that you guys know. I got this from Amazon. Okay? And as you can see, this is not good material. This is not good material. So I would not use anything that I'm going to sell to this. Now, I got it. I have it. It's in my stash. So what I plan on doing is I'll give it to a couple of friends, okay, because they're not buying it. So I'll gift it to them. I'm not saying that this is like really bad, that it's going to like rip apart and whatever. I think it's going to do its job. I think it'll do its job. It's not, you know, it's not going to be terrible. You know, but the thing is, I would not trust it for the simple fact that if you are selling it to customers, you don't want it to break. And then next thing you know, you end up with a bad review. You know, so just wanted to put it out there that be very careful with the vinyls that you pick, because I know that during the holiday seasons, people will probably start looking for vinyls that look like this. You want to make sure that it is marine vinyl, that you're getting the good stuff. So sometimes when you see these vinyls with these little decorative patterns on here, nah, don't bother. Don't bother. It's not that good because you saw it tore. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you guys and stuff like that. So what the heck was he talking about? Oh my goodness. I think I'm going to suffer from Alzheimer's, I tell you, because I'm starting to forget things like crazy. Mello, what am I going to do? Look at that. He's looking at me like he doesn't know. What am I going to do, Mello? Mello take care of me, right, Mello? Right? Look at that face. Oh, that's $1 million face right there. Okay. All right. So anyway, let me lower it so you can be in the picture too, Mello. I'm going to lower that. Okay. All right. So, let's see. What were we talking about? Oh, seriously, I forgot. Anyway, yeah. So, damn, I forgot. Okay. Well, let me go back down to here. All right. Barbara says, I know I addressed it that. Oh, Miss Park, we were talking about the serger. Yeah. But yeah, just explore. Just explore. Hey, Robin. Oh, Carrie, we has a coaster pattern called Lollipop, and it uses strings of thread and stitches on top of them as decorations. There you go. There you go. Oh, look like Mello's taking a nap. You taking a nap, Mello? Okay. Mello's taking a nap now. Hey, Leslie, how are you? When changing color. Yeah, I really wondered about all the wasted thread when changing colors on the multi-needles. Yes, Miss Max, I thought of that too. And I remember when I visited Norma in Miami, Florida, she had a little cup next to her her embroidery machine, and every time she had to change thread, it would pile up, and she was like, what do you do with all this thread? And to be honest though, I don't think there's anything we could do with all that thread, because it is a small piece. It's not large enough that you could use it to really sew, unless you're sewing a very small item and stuff like that. So you're gonna have some waste, but to me it's like, don't have too much of it. So so yeah, but it happens. Yeah, Miss Max. Oh, well, Barb says that she saves some to for filling on small items like pin cushions. That's not a bad idea. Hey Lena, hey Renee, how are you? Oh, and Eartha says, I use my bobbins until my machine tells me to change it. The thread, what's left on the bobbin, will stitch out about 10 stitches. I do the exact same thing. It says to change it, but I'll just say keep going, keep going, keep going. And I do wash the bottom and until I see that it's all gone. And then I'm like, okay, good. Then I have my little empty case. And then another thing too, when you have those plastic cases, don't throw them out, because if you ever want to wind a bobbin with a different thread color, you have the cases right there. So don't just throw them out, okay? And so it's just something to think about, that saves you money right there. All right. Oh, hey, Classy. Oh, 75 watching, 12 likes. Oh, I hope you guys do like today's live and give me a thumbs up. Thanks, Classy and Caffeinated. I appreciate that. Yeah, because it does help the channel grow and stuff. I think I am at 9,700 subscribers. I would love to see 10,000 by the end of the year, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. That is a lot. That's about like 1,300. I don't know if I'll get 1,300 new subscribers, but but I'm going to be honest with you. I'm happy if I got one, I'm okay with that, Hey, Nana, how are you? Hey, Nancy, how you doing? Oh, look at that. Look at that. Mello's here. You want to say hi, Mello? You want to say hi, Mello? Oh, look at that. It's stuff. Let's see who else. Oh, sell them to us. Hey, Judy, how you doing? I do the same thing. Eartha, that is really a good idea too. Save your small pieces of your stabilizer for small projects. I do that as well. I do not, if I have, because you can like sticky stabilizer, right? Sometimes what I'll do is I'll use like 2 or 3 small pieces of scrap of sticky stabilizer, and you can just stick them all together to just make one stabilizer, right, Mella? What you think about that? Yeah, so you can do that. So yeah, just save on that, because stabilizers cost a lot of money, especially sticky stabilizer. That can get kind of pricey. So yeah, you definitely want to do that. Hey Deborah, how you doing? Let's see. And another thing too, like when we talk about scraps and stuff like that, you can use scrap to test out embroidery stitches also, so it's just something to think about as well. Applique, yes, Barbara, applique. A lot of people, love applique designs. And so, yep, there you go. Nana said it. She said testing embroidery designs and stuff. Let's see, coasters. There's just so many. It's like you just don't, you can't waste, because those are things that, to me, I just think of it like embroidery is so expensive. It can really, really be an expensive thing to do. So you really want to be able to cut costs in any areas that you can. What don't you think about that, Supervisor Mello? Let's see. Hope all goes well with your meeting. Oh, thank you. I'm pretty excited about it. I was really shocked when they reached out and stuff. The guy said that he heard about me. I do pretty good work. I'm like, oh, okay. I hope I don't let them down, but I'm sure I'll do fine. And so I got Fazil working on my my embroidery file right now. So hopefully he'll have it done soon, and then this weekend I'll be test stitching it and everything, so I can have a sample to go in on Monday with, right, Mello? And then I'll go with all my my color charts and all that stuff, so we can make sure that we get everything done right. So I'm pretty excited about it and stuff. Hey Angela, I primarily make children's clothing, embroidered kids shirts and baby blankets, but I also added embroidered kitchen towels. I've had several orders. Where is the best place to buy blank towels? I usually do get my blank towels from Amazon, Angela. because I have not been able to find another place that has the same quality of towels that I'm using right now. And I don't think the prices is really bad for the blanks. So I usually go on Amazon. So if you look on my Amazon storefront, you'll see all the blanks that I use there. And so, hey Jane, how you doing? Oh, thanks, Deborah. Hey Evelyn. Oh, how do you register on Google? Julie, if I remember correctly, I would just if when you go on Google, type in oh God, how did I do that? Register business on Google. If you type in register how to register business on Google, it'll pop up the information. It will a site will pop up and stuff. But that is really the best thing to do. I just Googled and my business was the first one on the list. There you go, Marlene. And that's how people will find you. And that's the thing. So just always, put your business out there, because you never know. Somebody around you may need embroidery. Put your business out on community websites. Also, like if you have Facebook groups where you live and people say, hey, put your business here, put your business there, and stuff. And then check the website. Sometimes on the Facebook page, somebody will say, I'm looking for embroidery. You can say, I offer embroidery services. You can reach out to me if you like to place an order with me and stuff like that. Here's the link to my Etsy shop or whatever. So that way you get to see samples of my work. Just do your thing, And so, hey, Extreme, how you doing? Oh, I'm so sorry, everyone. I feel that Jeanette swimming against the wave. I feel like that, Jeanette, swimming against the wave. I don't know what that means. Okay. 5 and Below also has good blankets for gifting. Yes, they do. And Evelyn, I saw that. I did see that. However, though, make sure you look at quality too. That is one of the things that I say. Always look at the price, but you got to remember, sometimes you got to think about quality. Okay. So, for instance, I know Miss Banks, she went to J.C. Penney and she sent me a photo and she was like, oh, Jeanette, you got to check out J.C. Penney. Now, J.C. Penney had these blankets, okay, that, plush blankets that you could embroider on. They were blanks and they were priced at $12.99. So to me, if you can get a good quality blanket at $12.99, and you could probably get those blankets too, maybe like at BJ's, Sam's Club, or Costco and stuff, you can get those blankets and they're probably not that much. They're probably $14.99, $15. I don't mind spending $14, $15 on a really good blanket. And then think about it. You get a nice blanket like the one that I put the picture on our Facebook group. And then you add those knockdown stitches and you put the person's name on it. That's golden. That's golden. That means that $12 or $15 blanket now looks like a $60 or $80 blanket because you embroidered that person's name on it. I mean, it's like, so I did see the blankets on 5 and Below, but when I felt them, Evelyn, they kind of felt kind of thin. So it kind of just depends on, if it's for like a kid to like run around or whatever. Okay, yeah, I could see it, I'm not saying they were bad, but to me, I'm not really looking for blankets and stuff for babies. I'm looking more for like blankets for my son or my husband and stuff. And it gets kind of cold up here, So to me, I'm like, I would want them to have a blanket that I know is thick and warm. And, so I'm kind of like looking a little more higher quality. I want something that's really going to be a really good warm blanket. And then I'll just take that and okay. I want to make sure he was eating his bone and not something else. And stuff he shouldn't have been eating. But yeah, you just got to make sure that, you're getting good quality too. And that's another thing too. Sometimes what you see that's a low price doesn't necessarily mean that's the best deal. Okay. So it depends on what it is, and and stuff like that. Like, this to me was an awesome deal, because this is the same thing that I've seen sewing shops and places sell, and they've been selling these for like $24.99. I've seen them high priced, okay? And then it's the same exact thing, okay? The only thing is that this has a little saying here, okay? But you know what? You could probably take some acetone or alcohol and put it right here, and there goes the branding. The branding probably will come right off. Or you can take a sticker. If this bothers you so much, take a sticker, just put the sticker on top of it. Yeah. But yeah, but the blankets and stuff, I saw that they had them, and they were pretty. They were okay, But I just thought, to me, they just felt very, very thin. That's all, and stuff. Oh, Nancy says she gets her blankets from the 5 and below. Yeah, but I mean, for kids they're okay, but for my husband and my son, no, I'm gonna go to. I think I'm gonna go to JCPenney this weekend and check out those that Miss Banks sent me the picture of, because I think that I want to feel it. I want to make sure that it's good, thick, that it's thick and it's gonna be warm, because it can get cold up here and stuff. Hey Angela, some folks use the canned air spray into their machine where the bobbin. My technician said, no, don't. And you're right, you should not. It's just like a sewing machine. Don't use the air can. Absolutely. Yes, Angela, you should not. And I'm going to tell you why. Okay. When you use the air can, what it is you're blowing the lint inside the machine. Okay. And you don't want to do that. All right. Because what happens is all that lint is going to build inside the machine. Now, what happens is when Justin comes in, he cleans my machine. He could tell if I've used that or not, okay? Because last time I used it a little bit. I didn't use it a lot, but I did use it a little bit. And what he does is he actually takes the whole covering off of my machine. So it actually exposes nothing but the wires. And when he took the covers off, he pointed to me, and I actually got to see the dust all within the wires. And he said, that's not good. Okay. So he was like, it can mess up your machine. So, I would not use the blow. Okay. Use a brush. They do give you those little brushes. And the reason why they give it to you so that you can pull the dust out. I like using these brushes because what I'll do is I'll put it in and I push it out. I kind of like, I'm taking the lint and I'm putting the lint towards me. And I like this because I feel like it really grabs a large amount inside, and it really does give it a good cleaning. So, and I really like them. I think they're pretty. I just really do. And they're inexpensive. I got these at 5 Below. But you can use makeup brushes, something soft. I always say use something soft. You don't want a brush that's going to be rough on your machine. You don't want to accidentally damage something in there. So I always, when I pick up brushes, I always go like this to make sure that they're soft, because to me, it's all about taking the lint. That's all it is. I just want the lint to come up and stuff. So yeah, but no, air cans are a no. Hey, Miss Max, I am learning. Never again. I have Miss Max. Some people use a mini vacuum, and those are good too. Make sure that you use not one that really has like the suction so strong, but I have a mini vacuum as well and stuff. Pete, Miss Max asking for the like button. Yeah, I don't know how many likes I have because I can't really tell. Because I'm using StreamYard, and StreamYard doesn't really tell me how many likes and stuff. I know we got 90 people on and stuff. Hey, Ozzy, how are you? Oh, he is staying warm in San Diego, Texas. He's in the heat and stuff. Alicia says that she has been practicing cocktail napkins and onesies. a little nervous about selling them. I've been gifting them to family and friends. Don't be nervous. I mean, just keep practicing and practicing and practicing and practicing. And this is the other thing too. If you're gifting them to your family and friends, okay, ask them how the items are doing, okay? Because I'm sure that their children are wearing the onesies and all that stuff. Ask them, how did the onesie work in the wash? Did it shrink? Did the tender touch in the back come off of it? That's the perfect opportunity for you to really know how your products are doing. Is the color on your embroidery thread, did it stay on well or did it bleed? You know what I'm saying? So Alicia, you know, I know you're saying that you're nervous about selling them, but the thing is, right now you have been gifting them to your friends and family. So I would, like, you know, give it to them, and then I would be like a month later, go, hey, that onesie that I gave you, how is it? Can I see it? Ask them to see it, so that way you can see yourself how the product is doing after several washes and stuff like that. So don't miss out on those opportunities, because that is the perfect time for you to learn from your mistakes and make sure that you're not going to do the same mistakes again, or you know where to improve. Okay, so take that as an opportunity and stuff. Hey, Matt Designs, very informative. Thank you. Oh, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. Miss the snowstorms. I love the snow. You have no idea. I do. I thrive in it. I love it, love it, love it. My husband hates it. I love it. He hates it because he probably has to, you know, shovel it, but he doesn't really shovel it. I mean, he has a snow blower, and the snow blower actually walks, and so it's like, you know. But yeah, I love the snow. Marine vinyl is the best. It holds up well. Yes, but I don't know what the heck I got. This was not marine vinyl. This is really when I really took a look at this, this was stock paper. This is really paper. Let me give you a close up so you guys can see. Look at this. See this right here? Look at that. This is not vinyl. See how all this fuzz? I don't like that. Oh, you guys can't see it. Can you see the fuzz? I don't like that. That's like paper. I don't know what that is. It looks like stock paper that they just put little plastic on it. You know, marine vinyl is solid. This is marine vinyl. And look, there is no fuzz or anything on the top. See? This is marine vinyl. This is the good stuff. Cheap stuff. I got robbed. I'm telling you, boy. They saw me. They were like, look at her. That sucker. She ordered that. Yeah, you want vinyl? Let me give you vinyl. Yeah, they gave it to me all right. I was like, sucker, you know. Oh, Eartha says that she buys the marine vinyl from Joann's when it's 50% off and it's 54 inches wide. And, you know, I am going to have to start doing that. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. The reason why I went with that is because of the pretty patterns. Because I was like, oh, that's a cute pattern for Christmas. And I can do hand sanitizers for Christmas as Christmas gifts and all that kind of stuff and everything. But when I saw that it ripped like that, I said, oh, this is definitely not a way to go, because I was thinking maybe that's something I could put in my shop, because hand sanitizers are pretty easy stitch. It's not hard to make. But then when I saw that, I said, oh, forget it. Right, Mello? The supervisor said it did not pass quality and control. That's for sure. Nana says she bought felt from Amazon and you could see through it, thinner than notebook paper. Yeah, sometimes it's like, you know, and refill centers. Yeah, I bought, these are the 2 ounce bottles from Amazon that I bought. Nothing's in it. But But yeah, you could get the refill sanitizer. I did not think about that. And then you could fill it. I was actually thinking of selling them and just selling it with this inside. Just putting this inside. I don't even know where I put that thing. Oh well. Well, just putting this inside the oh, there it is. I was thinking I could take this, just get an empty 2-ounce bottle so that way they can fill it with the sanitizer of their choice. And I was just going to put it in here and then sell it to them like this, and then I thought, oh, these will make cute Christmas, stuffers, for the Christmas stockings. But yeah, when I saw that this rips, I can't sell that because the last thing I want is for, somebody to buy it and then it like rips and stuff like that. And then they come on, they go, oh, that's so cheap. Which, they have every right to say, because this is cheap. This is cheap vinyl and it's not what I'm going to do. So I am probably going to head over to Joann's with my coupon and probably see if I can get red marine vinyl or green marine vinyl, something like that. And it'll just be plain. And then maybe what I'll do is maybe I'll stitch a little embroidery Christmassy design or something like that and do that, but I was just, it's a shame because I have all that now, but I'm just going to use that for friends and family because if it breaks with them, I can easily make them another one. It's not a big deal, Oh, crafty Puerto Ricans in Puerto Rico. She's escaping the code. I'm jealous. That's cool. Enjoy Puerto Rico. Let me see. Hey, Mary Ellen. Hey, Danielle. Hey, Gail. I see Shirley. Hey, Sonia. We need wool. I'm new to embroidery. Love all your ideas and your help. Oh, you're so welcome, Sonia. I'm glad. And stuff. Welcome to the gang. Welcome to the gang. And stuff. JC Penney's. Oh, they closed but years back. Yeah, a lot of these stores are really having a hard time staying open. And I understand, I mean, people are not shopping like they used to, so yeah, but oh well. It's a 58 likes. All right, I'm getting there. I don't know how many likes I have now, but I'm getting there. I bought some inexpensive washcloths at Target to practice on. There you go. And you could also go to practice though, Jackie, to practice, even go to the dollar store. Go to the dollar store and get stuff to practice on, okay? Because that's all practicing and stuff. What you really have to watch the quality is when you're actually selling them or even gifting them sometimes, well, it depends who you gift it to. If you're gifting it to try to promote sales or whatever, then that's fine. But like my little cheap vinyl, I can give that to my family and my very close friends because they know the quality of my work, and knowing me, the way I'm gonna gift it is I'm gonna be like, hey, I made this for you, but listen, the vinyl, I don't think the vinyl's that great, but if it breaks, let me know and I'll make you another one. That's usually how I'll give it. And they'll be like, oh, okay, because that's usually how they how we roll and stuff. So I don't know. We'll see. Could be used for lotion. You know what? That's a good idea too. You're right. This could be, it doesn't have to be sanitizer. This could be for lotion or anything like that. So whatever they want to put in here, they can do that. You're absolutely right. That's a pretty good idea. Taking the bottle in and out of the holder will probably compromise the integrity of the holder since it's not very strong. Yes, Mac Design, I totally agree. And that's what I am afraid of, because this is not the vinyl, the strong stuff. Now, if it was marine vinyl, the real marine vinyl, you could take this in and out and it wouldn't be a problem. But this is not. And that's what I'm afraid of. It's only a matter of time before it starts to tear on the side. And then, yeah, and it's like, I wouldn't want to chance it. I really don't. But I did want to share that with you guys because I don't want you, be careful when you're ordering your vinyl to do embroidery. Make sure you're getting good quality vinyl because you don't want to end up with something like this, okay, where it rips. I mean, this to me is like, what do you do with this then? It's not, you can't trust it. You want real good vinyl. Make sure you're getting marine vinyl and stuff. So, hey Roberta, hey Nana, Dollar Tree for practicing. I hear that. Okay, guys. All right, it looks like I went down the whole chat. I really hope you guys like today's topic and that I kind of made sense of some of it. I've been putting, as I sometimes think about topics for Embroidery Happy Hour, most of the things what I want to do is I want to share things that not a lot of people kind of think about or say, and, the thing is just so that try to help you, understand certain things because embroidery can be so super expensive. There's just so many areas of this craft, right? I mean, you got the machine, you got the thread, you got the stabilizers, you got the blanks. There's just so much, and it's expensive as it is. So my whole thing is, there are things that you could avoid to save money. And that's one of the things that I wanted to share with you guys this week because, you don't want to, as expensive as it is, you want to be able to cut costs in any type of way you can. You know what I'm saying? I guess that's what I'm trying to say. I don't know if I'm making sense, but I think I am. I don't know. But anyway, guys, I am going to let you guys go. And hey, happy Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is next week. Okay. So it's on Thursday. I am, it's a day to really be grateful. And I got to be honest, I am really, really grateful for all you guys. Because, I mean, you guys hang in there with me every single Friday at 8:00. You guys are there and you guys support me. And I just love the conversations that me and you have through the chat and how we support each other and stuff. So, I really do enjoy our Fridays together. I really, really do. I feel like I've grown and that I've helped a lot of people, and you guys have even helped me as well. And I really like the community that we have built, and I'm really grateful for it and stuff. So anyway, I just want to say thank you to all you guys for that, because this all really does mean a lot to me. I mean, it really does. I really enjoy doing this. And I don't know. So I don't want to get all mushy and all that stuff, but I love you guys. I really do. And so, but anyway, guys, I do want to wish you guys happy Thanksgiving. Please enjoy your time with your family and friends and stuff. And, and after Thanksgiving, I guess we're all going to be rocking and rolling and making those Christmas gifts and all that kind of stuff and have these embroidery machines really, really busy. So if you guys really enjoyed tonight, please consider giving me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. I do this every Friday night. And I also post videos on the channel as well as I'm learning and I'm doing things. One of the things also I'm going to have a video coming up is I bought an automatic bobbin winder. Okay. Now the bobbin winder is over there. And I got to tell you, this has not been an easy thing for me to do. Okay. For the simple fact that it took a while for me to figure out how to put it together. I was doing an actual unboxing, and the unboxing would have been like a 5-hour unboxing. Okay. So I had to stop filming because I was like, this ain't working. But I'm going to try to figure it out. And then when I figure it out, when I am going to tell you guys what happened, what went wrong, because chances are that if anybody ever gets something like this, they're going to have some challenges with this too. So I'm going to kind of do it like I did the video with the rolling hem on my serger, how I showed you guys how to do it, but I also showed you the mistakes that I made. So I'm going to do the same thing with the automatic bobbin winder and stuff. I am hoping that I get to figure this out. And when I do, I hope to have the most perfect bobbins ever. That's what I'm hoping. We shall see. Okay, if not, then I guess I will be calling Miss Banks and going, how the hell is this this thing work? Or I will be asking around like crazy. So anyway, guys, thanks so much for spending Friday with me. I really appreciate every single one of you. And I hope you guys enjoy your Thanksgiving with your family. And I will see you guys next Friday when we all have our tummies full and just enjoy the week. Okay. So you guys have a great time. Have fun embroidering and sewing. And I will talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.